Hi, I'm Amy Carpenter, and this is Around Town with Amy. Today, I'm in Circleville at the Eyes of Freedom exhibit. That is coming up next on Around Town with Amy.
Sure Shot Directional Boring is proud to support Around Town with Amy. We are the region's trusted directional boring and hydro excavation service experts. With more than 20 years' experience, Sure Shot Directional Boring ensures projects will be handled skillfully, safely, on time, and within budget. Contact us today at 740-689-1221 or online at sureshotboring.com.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Alex Lape. In my 30-year law enforcement career, I have seen many different trends in illicit drug trade and substance use disorders. Fentanyl is the deadliest drug that I have ever encountered. Very minuscule amounts can be fatal. Fentanyl is present in most mainstream illicit drugs. Drug cartels are now pressing fentanyl into forms that appear to be common candies. Ingesting any of these fake candies or pills can have fatal overdose effects. This ongoing drug epidemic requires a balanced approach. We must focus our attentions and resources on treatment and education in conjunction with enforcement efforts that hold those who traffic in dangerous drugs accountable. For your sake and the sake of your family, do not take any medications that are not issued through prescriptions by your pharmacy. Thank you.
This message is brought to you by the Fairfield County Adam H. Board.
If your child is struggling in school, Dr. Amy's tutoring service is your trusted tutor in the Lancaster area. Dr. Amy has been a teacher for over 25 years and has taught kindergarten, first, second, and third grades. She has multiple degrees to help your child with reading, writing, spelling, math, science, and social studies. Dr. Amy offers one-on-one tutoring using various methods to help students improve grades, confidence, and master fundamental skills. Amy's goal is to help kids learn and grow and to achieve success in their problem areas. Dr. Amy's tutoring service is here to help. To book an appointment, contact Amy today.
Hank's Pet Sitting Service is your trusted pet service in the Lancaster area. Pet owners can rest assured knowing that Hank's Pet Sitting Service will treat your fur babies like one of their own. We specialize in a home away from home atmosphere to keep your pet comfortable. From drop-in visits, dog walking, or potty breaks for your pooch, Hank's Pet Sitting Service is here to help. To book an appointment, contact Hank's Pet Sitting Service today.
August 3rd, 2005, was a beautiful summer day. Anita Miller sat down to drink her morning cup of coffee when she opened up the Columbus Dispatch to see 14 faces looking back at her. Anita was brokenhearted to read that the soldiers of Lima Company, an Ohio-based Marine Reserve unit, had been killed in Iraq. Among the dead were 22 Marines and 1 Navy corpsman. Anita wanted to do something, but she didn't want to be a stranger, interjecting herself into the family's private world of grief. Anita decided she didn't want to interfere, and she would just pray for the families and send a donation. She decided to forget about it, and her life went on. A couple months later, Anita was awakened in the night with a vision.
I say the word vision because I don't know what other word to use, because nothing has ever happened like it, nor has anything ever happened since.
Right.
I don't have any reference for it. So I sat up. It was like, wake up, I'm awake, I'm sitting up, and then I see the Lima Company Memorial, as we now know it, the Eyes of Freedom. I see these paintings, 8 in the Ohio State House, and I knew it was the men of Lima Company, and I saw people walking in and around these paintings. I was up, looking down, I was looking down and I was seeing people walking around and leaving flowers and putting notes, and I saw their boots in front of each man, and I saw a candle on a spike.
There were no words to describe what Anita witnessed, and the vision left and then came back again. The second time, she saw the memorial being taken apart, and she realized it was a traveling memorial, and she had the overwhelming sense that she was responsible for making this happen. She was overwhelmed, and she didn't feel equipped. Anita thought the vision was cool and it would go away, like most things do in the middle of the night. But in the morning, it didn't go away, and it was even stronger.
I believe it, not only did it come from the guys, because I could feel their company and their presence, but it came also from more than them. I am reluctant to use words like gods or angels or masters or whatever, because everybody has different meanings associated with those. All I can say is it came with a profound sense of love and a presence of that love.
The guys from Lima Company started talking to Anita, and she got comfortable talking to them.
But I got very comfortable talking to the guys that are on the other side of the veil now, and the guys from Lima Company that are in the paintings, and I asked them, so who is this? Right. You know, who's in charge of all this? Who made all this? And you know what their response was? That's above our pay grade.
Anita fought against the memorial for 3 months. She didn't have the time, resources, money, or connections. After all of these excuses, there was no getting out of what Anita had been ordained to do. 2.5 years after being first awakened by a vision, the memorial was unveiled in the Ohio State House, just the way Anita had envisioned it. Traveling around the country, Anita and her team realized that the Eyes of Freedom Memorial wasn't just for the military. The memorial is a thin place for everyone because we all have hearts that have been torn. You don't have to be connected to the military to feel the loss of that thin place.
I had one woman who was standing in front of one of the paintings. It was in front of David Wimberg, who was on the painting, and she was just losing it. She was sobbing, racking sobs. And her friend came over to me and said, would you talk to my friend? So I went over there, assuming that maybe she had lost a son in the military or someone. No, she hadn't. No, she said, my daughter died a year ago. And I have been absolutely paralyzed. It took her a while to compose herself. She says, I've been paralyzed with grief. I haven't been able to move forward. She died giving birth to my granddaughter. And I can't make sense of it. I can't move on. I am frozen ever since she passed. And I just heard her speak, standing as I was looking at this painting.
When Anita is given accolades about her memorial, she shares that a higher power created this, and they downloaded it into her head and told her to do the best that she could. She explains that it isn't about how good the paintings are. It is what the paintings bring to the space. Anyone can experience these miraculous encounters as long as they bring their open and grieving hearts. If you would like to experience one of these miraculous encounters, Eyes of Freedom is planning on attending the Sweet Corn Festival and Circleville Pumpkin Show in the fall of 2024. For more information on Eyes of Freedom, go to eyesoffreedom.org. You can read more about my story, Eyes of Freedom, in the November 6th edition of the Town Crier. Thank you for joining me on Around Town with Amy.